There is a lot of price action happening in the last 48 hours for Bitcoin and the crypto market overall, because we are seeing a lot of news about the tariffs and a lot of countries are involved into this. So this is a huge trade war going on in the world. However, it looks like Bitcoin is fooling everyone again, so in this video I'm going to tell you exactly what we can expect for Bitcoin in this coming week and how you can prepare for the coming days. I will look at all the important news that is coming into the market. I will have a look at the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETFs, and there's also a lot of other interesting news which I will discuss with you in the video. Later in the video I will also have a look at the two altcoins, XRP and Chainlink, so you don't want to miss anything and watch the video all the way to the end. Please follow me on my Twitter channel. You can find the link in the description under this video. Please give this video a like and pump it above the 20 likes, which will be highly appreciated by me. And now let's dive right into the charts. Yesterday I've been discussing this huge CME gap for Bitcoin, and earlier in the weekend we saw a huge decline because Trump was saying there were going to be huge tariffs for Canada, Mexico and China. So this was having a very bearish effect on the market, just as we saw here. But yesterday we saw that Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau says tariffs are passed after the discussion with President Trump, and that is what causing this huge pump from yesterday. So this was actually a very bullish territory, and as you can see, Bitcoin closed the CME gap around to $102,000. So this was exactly what we've been waiting for, and after this close we saw a bit of a decline happening, and earlier this morning we saw the news coming in that China is going to impose a 10 to 15% tariff on US oil, agricultural equipment, coal and LNG. So this was having a little bit of a bearish effect. But however, I don't think we will see this tariffs happening, and later today I think China and the US government will also have a discussion, and maybe we will see just another false flag event, and we eventually will see more topside for Bitcoin. So this is exactly what I think what will happen. But of course there could also be a huge trade war coming, and that also the US government is going to put tariffs on China, and that we're going to see much lower prices for the Bitcoin market and the crypto market overall. So this is just the beginning of the huge trade war, and we are seeing a huge volatility and a lot of price action, which is very beautiful to trade on. And looking at the daily time frame, we can see that yesterday Bitcoin created a huge bullish retest. First we saw this huge triangle unfolding, we saw the price of Bitcoin getting squeezed into an apex, we broke out bullish, we retested this resistance as support, and now we came back to test it again as support. And as we can see here, this support held once again, and we saw a beautiful bullish bounce. So this is looking very bullish, and you could have entered the market from this huge resistance which has been turned into support. So from this support we were entering the market, and we already made a huge gain of almost 5%. And of course this daily candle of today is already a little bit bearish, but that is of course because China is putting on tariffs for the US government. So for now, after this bullish retest, we could potentially see that Bitcoin is still in this bullish uptrend, because the trend is your friend until it ends, and we're seeing higher highs and higher lows unfolding for Bitcoin. So this is exactly how the bullish uptrend looks like. So for now Bitcoin is in this uptrend, and let's see if we can see a higher low play from here, so that this bottom is going to play out, and that eventually we're going to see higher highs, and that we also can create a new higher high, which is also confluent with a new all-time high. So this is looking very bullish actually, also if we're seeing a little bit of red candles here on the daily time frame. And looking at the Bitcoin ETF flows of yesterday, we saw a bit of an outflow. We saw that BlackRock didn't buy anything, but we saw that the Fidelity and also the ARK Invest Bitcoin ETF were selling like crazy. And in total, we saw an outflow of $234.4 million, and we're still above the $40 billion of total inflow. So this was having a little bit of a bearish effect yesterday on the price of Bitcoin. So I think the rest of the week will be very bullish for the Bitcoin ETFs, because a lot of bullish news is coming into the market, which I will discuss with you later. And also Trump is turning very bullish on crypto. And if we have a look at the Ethereum ETFs, we can see that yesterday was a very bullish day for the Ethereum ETFs. We saw a total inflow of $83.6 million in total. So this was looking very bullish. And let's see if BlackRock can also buy today again and in the rest of the week. So we will see higher pumps for Ethereum this week. And the price of Ethereum can use a boost, because yesterday we saw a huge decline for Ethereum. And in the last week, I've been discussing this huge horizontal range for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We can see on the top side a lot of resistance coming in. And last week we saw this huge rejection. We came all the way to the lows, and that's caused Bitcoin to come back to all this support area on the lower side. And this horizontal support held once again very strong. And as I'm always saying, I am buying on support, and I'm selling on the resistance. So if Bitcoin comes back to this resistance, we are already in profit for 15%. So this is a very interesting trade to make, and especially when you're spot buy ordering, this is a very interesting trade to make for Bitcoin. So buying at the support is a very good thing to do. And now we wait that Bitcoin is going to come back to this resistance so we can sell a little bit of our profits. Currently we are in the middle of this range, so it's a make or break if Bitcoin is going to see more topside or that we're going to come back to the downside and eventually maybe see a break to the downside. But of course, Bitcoin is still in this uptrend, so let's see if Bitcoin can come back to this huge resistance on the top side, maybe force a break to the top side, come back to this resistance to test it as support, and then we can aim for higher targets, and then we can also aim for a new all-time high. So this is looking very bullish again, and I think we will see more exponential highs in the coming weeks. And let's then have a quick look on the daily levels where I put my buy orders, and at these white lines I am putting my buy orders for Bitcoin. And every time Bitcoin came to this support area, I was buying more Bitcoin. So I put my orders right here, and now we're up significantly. So you could have been warned about this potential buy order, and from this buy order you could already make a very significant increase of almost 10%. And of course, after 10%, I'm always selling a little bit of my portion to take in some profits. So for instance, if Bitcoin is coming back to this white line to come back to the support, I am going to buy again because my limit orders are ready. And if Bitcoin is coming even lower, I'm going to buy more and more. So this is exactly how I'm playing the market. And eventually I think Bitcoin is going to the $150,000 and beyond. But it's just my personal opinion. So this is not financial advice. And I think, if we're going to see those prices, this is a very interesting place to buy more Bitcoin. Because buying below the $100,000 is a no-brainer for me. And I think we will see more exponential moves in the coming weeks and months. Yesterday we had also very big news coming in, and that was that the President Trump signs an executive order calling for the creation of a sovereign wealth fund, and we had Senator Cynthia Lummis saying this is a big deal, and the B was the Bitcoin B, so this was of course very bullish to see. And this post of Senator Cynthia Lummis implies that Bitcoin will play a big part of the nation's portfolio, and of course if America is going to buy more Bitcoin, a lot of other countries will follow their example. And of course, this will open the floodgates of money that could enter the Bitcoin market and maybe the other altcoins. So this is having a very bullish effect on the Bitcoin price in the coming months. And we also had the Oklahoma introduces a bill to allow state employees to be paid in Bitcoin. And this is of course also very bullish because a lot of people are going to be exposed into Bitcoin, and a lot of people want to be paid in Bitcoin in the coming years. So this is also very bullish, and I think a lot of other states in the United States will follow their example, and this will also have a very bullish effect on the price of Bitcoin. And let's then have a look at another daily chart for Bitcoin. We can see that this huge resistance area was finally broken to the top side. We are now retesting this support again, so this is looking very bullish, and this was a bullish retest. But we can also see this horizontal level was coming into play. We saw multiple touch points here as resistance and support, and currently we are coming back to this horizontal level, and we're now retesting this as resistance. We're seeing a big rejection coming into the market, so let's see if Bitcoin can turn things around and eventually come back to this resistance, maybe break to the top side, and after we see a confirmation of the break, I'm going to wait for a retest of the resistance to test it as support, and from here I'm going to enter the market, then I'm going to aim for a new all-time high, because I think after this huge uptrend, Bitcoin will just see a continuation of the trend, and after this bottom is playing out right now, we could potentially see a higher high and a higher low unfolding. So this is my next make or break move for Bitcoin, and this will be my next trade if we're going to see a break to the top side. But for now we have to be a little bit more bearish because we are seeing a huge rejection coming into the market. So we could also see that Bitcoin is coming back to this huge resistance area that has been turned into support. So if Bitcoin falls below the support, we could be a little bit more bearish, and then we're going to aim for lower prices, and then this huge support level is going to be the next play for Bitcoin, and that will bring Bitcoin all the way back to the $92,000 again. So let me know in the comments, do you think that Bitcoin will see a new all-time high this week, or that we have to be a little bit more patient and that we will see it later this month? And zooming all the way out to the weekly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is actually still in this bull flag formation, so this is looking very bullish again. This is, we saw a very much increase for the bear market lows. Then we also created a little bit of a bull market. We broke out bullish, we retested this resistance as support, and from there we saw a beautiful run up. And now we're creating a new bull flag formation, which is looking very bullish. And a bull flag formation is a typical bullish bias pattern. So when we break this pattern to the top side, we could see the next exponential move for Bitcoin. But however, there's also a bearish scenario possible, and that we're going to break below the support, a retest of the resistance support to test it as resistance, and then we can aim for lower prices. But for now, Bitcoin is still in this huge uptrend on the weekly time frame, so I think we will just see a continuation of the price. And this bull flag formation has a breakout target of more than $130,000, so this could be the next move that is going to be ignited by Bitcoin. And as we can see here in the past, when Bitcoin is breaking out of this bull flag, we are seeing exponential weekly candles. So this is exactly what we want to see for Bitcoin. So for now, Bitcoin is in this range and this bull flag is still in play. So I'm going to wait for confirmation of the break, and then I'm going to wait for exponential moves. And this will be the next move for Bitcoin in the coming weeks. And the first interesting altcoin I want to have a look at is Chainlink. We can see Chainlink is respecting these horizontal lines very carefully. In the past, we can see a lot of resistance areas coming into play, and it has been turned into support. So eventually we're now above this support resistance area, and it has been turned into support. And once again, we are now retesting support. So it looks a little bit more bearish because this red candle is looking very dangerous. So if Chainlink breaks below this level, we can wait for a retest of the support to test it as resistance, and then we can aim for lower prices. But however, if this support is holding strong, we can maybe see a bounce to the top side again, and then we can create more exponential moves for Chainlink. But for now, we can also see that this huge resistance area is coming into play on the top side. And we can see multiple touch points here. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points on the top side. So eventually the price of Chainlink is going to be squeezed into this apex, and we will see either way a break to the downside or a break to the top side. And that will bring us to new regional highs. And the top side of this formation will be confluent with the breakout target if we're going to break this huge resistance area to the top side. And that will be confluent with the $30. So Chainlink could also see a break to the top side, and that will bring us to the $30. So buying at the support is very crucial for me, and I'm going to buy more Chainlink at support, and also I'm going to buy more if Chainlink falls below the support and comes back to this next big support. So let me know in the comments, do you still hold Chainlink in your portfolio, and what is your price prediction for Chainlink in the coming future? And the next altcoin I want to have a look at is XRP. We can see that XRP came all the way from these bear market lows, and we saw multiple breakouts for Chainlink. Some months ago, we saw this price squeeze of Chainlink, then we saw a beautiful break, a retest of the resistance to test it as support, and then we saw the next impulse to the top side. But for now, we are seeing a huge decline for XRP, but that's also caused because of Bitcoin. And as we can see here, the lower side support of this formation is holding strong. So once again, these support areas were holding strong. And if you had your limit buy orders ready for Chainlink, you could have made an interesting gain. And unfortunately, I didn't have my buy orders ready for XRP. So this was a very significant trade to make. And also this retest of this resistance has been turned into support multiple times right now. So this support was holding strong. And let's see if XRP can turn things around and come back to new all-time highs. So this could be the next move for XRP in the coming weeks. And also we can see this other huge support and resistance area was coming into play, and which has been turned into support right now. So first we saw a lot of touch points here as a resistance, and for right now we broke it to the top side, and now we're turning it into support. So XRP needs to hold this support in order to remain bullish. And let's see if XRP can turn things around, create a bottom, and then create new all-time highs. And that will be very bullish for XRP, of course. So currently we are at the $2.48, and the all-time high is at the $3.36. So this is still a huge gain for XRP to make. And let's see if we can see more topside momentum in the coming weeks. So let me know in the comments, do you hold XRP in your portfolio, and what is your price prediction for XRP in 2025? So in the description under this video, you can find the link to my free Telegram group. You can also find the link to my Twitter channel. Please like the video if you think it was useful, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.